This is Wild About Utah.
Last week, while driving along the western edge of Cache Valley just north of Mendon, I saw a huge herd of sheep, complete with a sheepherder's hut. I slammed on the brakes and jumped out with my camera to catch a few pictures of this rippling river of white. As I approached, a big, beautiful white Pyrenees mountain dog stepped out of the flock. This sheepdog was on the job, protecting the flock from any intruders. As we took a long look at each other, I remembered the story of a similar dog who made quite a splash in the local news 20 years ago. In this story, a Bear Lake resident, Jimmy Stone, spotted a white Pyrenees in Logan Canyon and got to worrying if it was lost. He started taking daily trips up the canyon to fill a bowl with dog food and tasty treats. The dog came down to eat the food, but would not leave the area. Jimmy hiked up to a nearby ridge, and with the help of his binoculars, discovered the dog's secret. This loyal guardian dog was sticking with 3 lost sheep. Hoping to lure all 4 down off the mountain, Jimmy dropped off a bale of hay. The sheep did not come down, so the dog carried the hay up the hillside, bit by bit. Jimmy dropped off branches of crispy apples. The dog carried them up. The sheep were not coming down, and the dog was not leaving without them. Winter snow arrived. Jimmy bought out all the corn dogs at a local convenience store and threw them like tiny footballs up to the dog. More snowstorms arrived. It was time for Jimmy to ask for help. Search and rescue showed up immediately with snowmobiles and sleds. This story has a happy ending, as the search and rescue team managed to get the dog and the sheep safely off the mountain. Meanwhile, back on the side of the road on the north of Mendon, I found out this huge herd of sheep had spent the summer in the mountains above Hardware Ranch. They had been brought here by trucks and were now gleaning a local farmer's alfalfa fields. Soon the trucks would return to take them to Nevada to spend the winter. How different this huge herd was from the early pioneer days in Mendon, when most people only owned a family milk cow and a few similar animals. It was the job of the local herd boy to gather the milk cows and take them up to the mountains to graze during the day. Apparently, taking the cows home was the easy part of this job. Each cow knew exactly where she lived and would peel off from the group at their own garden gate. Unfortunately, over time, as the livestock populations increased, the Mendon Mountain got severely overgrazed. Each rainstorm would send rocks and mud crashing down the steep slopes. Trying to persuade the town council to get the livestock off the mountain and let the vegetation recover, John O. Hughes made a bold move. During a council meeting, he took a glass of water and dumped half of it over the head of a bald man. Everyone watched in stunned silence as the water rolled right off the bald head and soaked the man's shirt. Hughes then dumped the rest of the water onto a man with a bushy head of hair. This man's shirt stayed dry. That settled the debate. To this day, the Mendon Mountain is green and wooded. It's nothing short of a hiker's paradise. This is Mary Hears, and I'm wild about Utah.